Well, good afternoon. Um, Welcome to the Coaches Coaching Coaches program. Um, let's get started. Think about the last time someone came to you with a problem at work. Maybe it was a team member stuck on a decision, colleague unsure about how to handle a difficult conversation, or even a student who didn't know where to start. What did you do? If you're like most people in leadership, mentoring, or management roles, you probably helped. You offered advice, you shared your experience, you pointed them in the right direction, and it probably felt good to do that. Here's the question. I want you to sit with this as we go through this lesson. What if helping in that way, in that moment, was actually the thing that got in the way? Most of us got to where we are because we're good at solving problems. We have experience, we have perspective. We've seen similar situations before, and of course, we know what works. That's expertise. And honestly, it's genuinely valuable. But author Michael Bungay-Stanier has a name for what happens when that expertise kicks in automatically without us even thinking about it. He calls it the advice monster. The advice monster is part of us that jumps in, that fills the silence, that answers the question before the other person has had a chance to really discover the answer themselves. And the advice monster really has three modes. It tells, it saves, and it controls. The advice monster isn't a character flaw. It's a deeply embedded professional habit. And for many of us, it has rewarded us in different ways for years. The problem is that as we move into leadership, management, mentoring, or teaching roles, the same habit starts to limit people we're leading. In 2008, Google ran a research project called Project Oxygen. They wanted to answer one question: what actually makes a great manager? They analyzed thousands of performance reviews and surveys, employee interviews, and the number one finding: the single most important quality in a great manager is being a good coach. Not technical expertise, not strategic vision, coaching. The International Coach Federation backs this up. Their research shows that organizations with a strong coaching culture are more than twice as likely to be classified as high performing. 72% of employees in these organizations report higher engagement. And when managers shifted to a coaching approach, employee satisfaction went up, turnover went down. Here's the key insight from Harvard Business School researchers Ibrahim and Soler. Your value as a leader shifts. It moves from having all the answers to asking questions that help others find better answers than you would have reached alone. So, what does that shift actually look like in practice? It doesn't mean you stop using your expertise. What it means is you change when and how you offer it. Imagine a team member comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm not sure how to handle this client situation." The expert response, which is perfectly natural, might be, "Listen, I've seen this before. Here's what you should do," and I give you the answer. The coaching response starts with a question, something like, "What have you already tried?" Or, "What outcome are you hoping for?" Or simply, "Tell me more." And then, and this is the hard part, you stay quiet. That silence is uncomfortable. It might feel like you're withholding something, but what you're actually doing is creating a space for that other person to think, to discover, and to grow and develop. And research by Amy Edmondson at the Harvard Business School shows that when people feel safe to think out loud without being rushed to the right answer, they engage more deeply, take more initiative, and perform at a higher level. That shift from expert to coach is not about knowing less. It's about using what you know differently to open conversations rather than close them. In this lesson, you're going to go deeper into the research, explore a real-world case study, and practice the shift through a guided exercise with a universal prompt you can use right now. Before you move on, I want to leave you with one challenge. Think of one conversation you have this week where you could try staying curious just a little bit longer than you normally would. Don't give the answer automatically or immediately. Ask what they think first. That's the shift. One conversation at a time. Let's go.